Sammy Franco, I call him our chief financial advisor, back with us today from BeFinanciallyInformed.com. How's it going, brother?
Good. Nice to be back. Thank you.
Yeah, great to see you again. You say you've been busy.
It's been a busy year.
Yeah?
Yeah, but lately, we've seen an uptick in business, and I think it's just people want their money to make money for them, or they want to protect it, or they're retiring and they want to make sure they don't run out of money. So there's a lot of everything going on right now.
So as far as some of the biggest things that you're seeing, is it the retirees?
Well, there's the biggest class of people, the boomers. They're retiring right now. So
Right.
there's a ton of money that's going to be changing hands, which brings along a lot of other, like they talk about the pension crisis. All these pensions are coming due now that people are removing money from. People are hitting the required minimum distribution age of 72, so they're having to remove money. So they're expecting some sort of surge and stress on the whole system, because all of this money is going to have to move out and then eventually get redistributed into wherever it's going to go. So that's part of it. And then the other part is there's so many more investors now because so many people got educated during the shutdown. During COVID. And so we deal with a lot of younger clients now who are getting their money working for them. You know,
How young? I mean, are we talking like early 20s?
Early 20s mainly.
Wow.
You know, there's some teenagers who are doing like provisional accounts with parents and things like that, where the parents can start it for them, and then they hand it off to them as they get older. People are starting younger and younger. There's kids on TikTok doing affiliate marketing, making a ton of money. It's crazy. So it changed the game. That last year did a lot of it. But it's been a good year. So we're fortunate.
What suggestions do you have for those 20-somethings?
Stay in it. You have to invest. You have to have different pieces. So I always talk about how people always focus on accumulation, and they grow this big pile of money, and then they get to retirement and they've never thought about how to distribute it. So then they might have 3 or 4 different accounts, but they're all taxable. So learning how to diversify into tax-free investments and tax-free savings, and some taxable stuff that's going to be tax advantaged in retirement, like a brokerage account, things like that, even stocks, because you'll pay long-term capital gains. And depending on if most of your other income is tax-free, you may not pay any capital gains because it all goes off of what income is on paper. So there's a lot of planning that goes into retirement, not just I need to build. You got to think about when you start taking it out too.
I think last time we talked about my TD Ameritrade, and because that's real popular right now as well. But I got into something, and I want to pull it up because I want to make sure that I'm saying this right. So I got Cash App a couple, maybe a month and a half, 2 months ago. But I saw on Cash App that I can buy Bitcoin. So let's see. I started with $105, I guess 3 weeks ago. My gain so far has only been $2.25.
Yeah.
Is that normal?
Yeah. Well, it's a roller coaster.
Okay.
You know, it's such a new asset class. Even though we've been seeing it for a while, it's still developing, and everything going on with the SEC and with XRP and just different cryptocurrencies, it's going to be here. It's going to be something that is around, but it's still new to know. You know, there's people who are taking a lot of risk, like staking money and taking loans off their crypto. Like right now, I think is too early of a time to be doing that. Even though they are doing it and they're making money, a lot of people lose money because when it drops so fast, your crypto is your collateral in the loan. So when the value drops, you have to put up more collateral, more cash, or something like that. So, yeah, it's dangerous to do that. But no, you can buy Bitcoin. Where did I see it at? Those Coinstar machines when you change in your change. So yeah, they have a big. I was at Save Mart the other day, and they have a sign on that buy Bitcoin here. Wow. So it's becoming more and more of a regular thing, you know, and it's here to stay. So trying to figure out the best one and how much and what time to get in is the thing.
Yeah, because see, I bought Amazon But see, I think my cash price, the things that I was buying, let's see, I bought, okay, so here's the stocks owned. This is fun. Square, Full Truck Alliance, I don't even remember why I bought them, Tesla, Amazon, Disney, Vimeo, and Roku. Also Virgin Galactic Holdings. But I bought them all at like, $10. And so am I just kind of wasting money here?
Well, I mean, you got to look at all the different statistics and analytics of the stock when you do buy into it, and also at the projections. So, like, I was talking to someone who made some really great plays, like at the beginning of the shutdown, when everything, like all the vacation stuff, like rental cars, airlines, everything went. But as soon as he started noticing that, hey, we're going to start opening, he started buying up Hertz and different things, and he made a ton of money because it automatically spiked back up. So you look at buying in things that people use that are practical, the everyday things, like people who had invested money into the PPP equipment, their personal protection equipment. I mean, as soon as the shutdown happened, their stock exploded. So
look at the trends.
Yes, and when you're either in it for the short term or the long term, and you do an index fund or something like that, and you just dollar cost average, so you put in $50 a month, no matter what, $100 a month, no matter what, and you just don't look at it.
Right.
Otherwise, if you check it every day, then that's when you end up trading, selling, and it's just time in the market is better than timing it. So you can lose a lot of money, like switching in and out of stuff. Get in something. I always say, get in something that you believe in. A safe one is the S&P 500, their ETF. That over time has steadily increased. It always has pullbacks, but you look at the 5-year chart or something like that, and it just shows a steady incline. So that's something long term. So you want to be in the stock market a long term investor. To me, the short term, unless you're really skilled at it or have someone helping you, that short term stuff can hurt you more than help you.
Sammy, you're good to help people like me. And walk them through this.
Contact me at the website. We do a ton of different services. I think this month, I think one of the things we were going to talk about is Life Insurance Awareness Month.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Promote that.
That is something where we just talk about insuring yourself, family members, and like we insure our phones, everything like that. But most people, when it comes to having to talk about insurance, even if it's just a term policy, to cover your liabilities through the earning years, if something happens to you, your mortgage, all that stuff's taken care of. That's why we see so many GoFundMes or car washes and things like that, is because
nobody has life insurance.
No one's educated on it, and no one ever wants to have the conversation about why you should have it.
What's the cheapest plan per month?
It depends, like age and health. Like you would get a better rate than me,
right?
But the younger you get it, the better. So we show people term plans, because terms are the farthest you can get a 30-year term. There's some companies that will offer longer ones in a different kind of setup. But you look, if you're buying term insurance at 21 years old, by the time you're 51, it's going to expire, so you're going to have to renew it, but the rate's going to be much higher. So we show people, you can own your insurance temporarily, or you can get it permanently. And so there's so many different types of insurances out there. And there's permanent insurance that can supplement, like with the savings. Like we have an insurance policy that we're partnered with this company, and their savings component right now is returning 16.2% annually. So some people move all of their savings account money into these policies, so the difference is thousands of dollars of interest if it's just sitting there. Business owners use them as working capital accounts. I mean, it's just crazy the things that you can do with insurance, but this month is meant more for protect yourself or your loved ones. They say that life insurance is a selfless act. It's not for you, this type anyways, to use while you're here. It's for your family. So there's mortgage protection plans, which decrease as you pay your mortgage off. There's just straight term insurance, which covers a large amount for the time that you need it. And then there's the permanent, there's index policies, there's whole life policies, I don't know if you've ever heard of infinite banking policies. There's so many things you can do, and there's a lot of misconceptions. So the biggest thing is to talk to someone who does it. And that's one of our specialties, is like infinite banking strategies and things like that, where you can throw a lot of money in and have access to it in 10 days. So that's a misconception, is we won't be able to touch our money for, 5-10 years, which is not the case. So, but just insure yourself, protect your family for your loss. That way your assets are protected and you don't leave your family wondering what they need to do.
So again, September is Life Insurance Month.
Yes.
Awareness Month, right?
Life Insurance Awareness Month, yes.
All right, all of September. We still have a couple weeks to go. Sammy, phone number, website, real quick?
Website, BeFinanciallyInformed.com. Phone number, if you can write it down fast enough, 559-250-5680. We're available anytime. There's, I think now 6 of us in the office. We're growing. We're pretty selective about who grows with us. But, it's a great month. It's a great time to start getting finances in order.
Yeah.
And especially if you're young, because there's so many more things to invest in now than there was when I was younger.
Yeah.
That are making people a lot of money.
End 2021 on a high note.
Yep.
Financially.
Yep.
We'll see you soon.
Yes.
All right.
Be back soon.
Thank you, brother. Sammy
right.
Franco, everybody. I'm Austin Reed. You're watching Central Valley Talk. Coming up next, Newsmakers with Mike Briggs, and he's got a special guest. So that's going to start in just a few minutes. So stay with us. Newsmakers is next.